Today, I'm going to be showing you the newest, easiest, and quite frankly, the only way that you should be dropshipping using AI. Today, we're going to get our store set up in practically just 2 or 3 minutes, and I'm going to show you how we can create our very own unique product images and even an extra special bonus, so that way we can up our marketing game with original UGC or user-generated content. Trust me, today's video is going to make dropshipping a lot easier for you and a lot quicker to get started and to scale your business. So with that, let's just go ahead and get started with using AI to create our own dropshipping store. Now, the very first thing we need to do is going to be to sign up for AutoDS, so that way we can gain access to this feature. And if you haven't signed up just yet, don't worry, you can get started right now for just $1 for the next 2 weeks. And you get a special Shopify promotion for the next 3 months of $1 for each month. So really, in total, you can get started for less than $5.
That's a good deal.
Quick disclaimer though, that Shopify promotion, it does change every once in a while. Shopify does tend to do that. So if it is different at the time that you're watching this video, then that's why. But don't worry, because there always is some sort of promotion going on. Once we are signed up to AutoDS, the very first thing we're going to need to do is go ahead and click on Add Store. Now, it should say Add Store for you over here. For me, it's already showing a store that I have connected, but if you're brand new, it will show you Add Store. Now from here, we can go ahead and click on Build with AI and continue. So from here, we do want to choose our second option, which is use AI to generate a pre-built Shopify store. Now we're going to choose one of these different niches. I always suggest to go with a niche that you know something about, at least a little bit, simply because you might be looking at a product and think, whoa, this product is absolutely amazing and it can solve everybody's issues. But if you don't know anything about that niche, then chances are somebody else has probably already seen it and it's probably not as amazing as you think. So that's why I always say, go with something that you know. So I'm going to go with electronics and gadgets because that is one of my favorite niches, besides pets, of course. And I'm going to go ahead and click on continue. Now we're going to choose 2 different banners. These are going to be displayed on our page. We want something that resonates with what we're going to be selling. And of course, I do want to show that we have a little bit of everything. So I'm going to choose this one over here. So we're going to click on continue. And now we're going to click on access Shopify. So at this point, what we're going to do is create a brand new Shopify account. It doesn't matter if you already have one. You can go ahead and create a new one with this. So let's go ahead and click on access Shopify so we can gain access to that 3-month trial. All right, so let's go ahead and sign up. All right, and now at this point, we're pretty much good to go. So we can go back to AutoDS. Let's go ahead and click on the continue button down here. And now we need to choose our Shopify plan. So let's go ahead and click on access Shopify plans. All right, so here we're going to go ahead and just fill out our information. As always, I suggest that you go with the basic monthly plan. This is all you need to get started. And you are going to have that trial $1 for 3 months at $1 each month. So let's go ahead and do what we got to do here. Okay, at this point, it is going to ask you for your business address. I suggest you fill it out now because if you don't fill it out now, you're not going to be able to access your Shopify store. So if you don't do it now, you're going to have to do it later. So just get it over with. It's just a couple of little things you need to type in and we're good to go on this part. Now we need to go back to AutoDS. Go ahead and click on continue from here. And now we're going to install the AutoDS app. This is going to help us gain full automation on our store. And it's even going to include in our store up to 10 to 12 winning products that are proven to be converting. These products are handpicked by expert dropshippers. They have a proven track record of sales and they are in demand at the moment. So let's go ahead and install this app. All right. Go ahead and click on install one more time. All right. So far, everything's going pretty smoothly. We have our store connected and created. And then at this point, what we need to do is go ahead and customize our store. Now, this is going to be completely done for us. Once we click on the button, you can see that AI is now customizing our store and we just need to give it a minute or 2. All right, so our store is created. Now what we need to do is click on Shopify one more time or access Shopify one more time. And we just need to get rid of our login password. This is the password that restricts our website from being seen by the public. We're going to be taken directly to that page over here. All we have to do is just uncheck this, click on save, and we are good to go. Go ahead and go back to AutoDS, click on continue, and our store is officially live. Now we can go ahead and click on access my store, but I'm going to leave that for a little bit later. Now we're going to go ahead and continue and I'm going to show you the next aspect on this, which is going to be our products. So through AutoDS, we do have a few different places where we can source our products from. We have our handpicked products section, which again are all products that are legitimately handpicked by expert dropshippers with a specific criteria in mind. You scroll through all of these, you can see all of the different products that we have available. But the other one that I want to show you is the trending products. trending products are actually brought in by AI solely. So AutoDS has an AI system that scours the internet and looks for some of the best and most trending products that are currently gaining a bit of traction or some eyes on the videos or are just overall being noticed. So if we scroll through here, we can see a few different products and we can see their selling price along with an interaction rate. Now, if you simply just go ahead and hover over one of these, look over here, we can see a bit more metrics. So how many have sold, what the profit is, how many reviews there are, and overall a product score, which is going to more or less tell us how this product is doing on the market. I don't always suggest that you go through the product score because you might have a product that might have a very low product score, but it could be very, very efficient or beneficial in your niche. So that's why it's always really good to just go through the different products, see which ones are essentially problem solvers or which ones have a nice wow factor, and then go from there. Now, if you do want to import any of these products to your store and you want to start building up your inventory or your product catalog, it's super easy to do that. We don't even have to go ahead and do anything manually. We don't have to save any of these pictures. We don't have to go to Shopify and click on add product, nothing. All we have to do is look for the product that we want. Let's say we want to go with this bubble machine and just click on import draft. That's literally all we have to do. Now we can go over to our draft section down here and we can see the product here. Now, if we simply just click to edit, we're going to have the option to edit anything that we need for our listing before it officially goes live on our store. Under the product page, we can go ahead and click on optimize with AI, and then we can optimize our title and our description with AI. So we can make it sound a little bit more professional, a little bit more sellable, funny, or optimize it for social networks or social marketing. And we can choose a temperature. Do we want it creative or do we want it to be more precise to the actual title? I'm going to leave it at sellable with balanced, and I'm going to show you what it comes up with. So here we have the ultimate bubble machine, 20,000 plus bubbles per minute. That's a lot of bubbles. My kids would love that. Adjustable stand for effortless fun and a bit more information. So this actually sounds really good compared to what we had previously. Now I'm going to go ahead and click this. I'm going to copy it really fast and let's see what the original one was. Bubble machine, automatic bubble blower, 20,000 plus bubbles per minute, telescopic stand for easy use, and it's just a bunch of different keywords put together. Now let's just go ahead and paste in our other one. Obviously we could just click on save and it'll automatically replace it. But this already sounds and looks a lot better. Now, besides that, we have a bit more information on here. So we can choose our shipping methods. We can choose any collections that we want to add it to for our Shopify store and more. Now we have the product page. So the cool thing about the product page is that you can actually create a full-on page specifically for your product using AI. So let's just quickly see how that works. Let's go ahead and generate the product page. And then if we see down here, we can see the product page actually start to get created. So down here in the page template is what our page is going to look like. So we can simply just go ahead and scroll through it. We can see what it looks like. It looks really organized. It has nice images and everything. We'll take a quick look at it in a few minutes. But for now, as you can see, it looks really good. Then we have our variants tab. On here, you can go ahead and change your variations. You can add any, delete any, and we can even go ahead and click on edit and use our pricing calculator. I absolutely love this because this takes the guesswork out of all of your pricing, even with the fees. So this total profit up here, that's actually how much money you're going to be making. So let's say we want to make a profit margin of about 60%. And in terms of fees, we have a 4% fee. So if we have a 4% fee making 60% profit, we're going to sell our product at $38.30 while we're buying it at $22.98 to make a profit of $13.79. Now this total profit right here, that's actually your take home profit. So that's going to be already excluding all of your fees. So you already know exactly how much you're going to be making per sale with your fees deducted. Now, if we're cool with this price and we like it, we can click on save and we can either edit the next one or we can simply just choose all of them and edit them together. Then we have our images tab where really you can just add, edit, or delete any images. And once you're ready for this product to go live in your store, all you have to do is click on save and import and it'll be ready to sell on your store. All right, so now let's talk a little bit about how we can go ahead and find more products using AI. Now, I just showed you one way to do this, but I'm going to show you another way, which is actually my favorite. And you can use this on images that you see or even videos that you find online featuring products that you want to sell. Let's go to TikTok and let's go to the search page. And now from here, we're simply just going to look at hashtag TikTok made me buy it, which I'm pretty positive all of you have already seen before. But instead of just TikTok made me buy it, where we see literally anything and everything in terms of products, we're going to look for electronics. So we're going to add a space and put our niche. So if we scroll through all of these, you can see all these different products that look pretty good. Let's find one that we want to potentially add to our store. All right, so check this out. This one looks pretty interesting. A Smart Lock Pro. So this is supposed to make your lock into a automatic smart lock that's controlled by an app. This is really cool. I like this. They seem to be the makers of this. So let's see if we can find either the same one or a generic version of it. All right. So now what we want to do is we want to simply just right click anywhere outside of the image or the video itself and click on search with Google Lens. Now we're going to need to select what we want to search for, which is going to be this right here. All right. Now on the right side, you have an AI overview, which tells you what it is. This device is a SwitchBot Lock Pro, a smart lock designed as a retrofit for existing deadbolts. And then if we scroll down, we can find all of the different products that are matching. So here we can see it on Reddit. We can see a few on YouTube, a few on TikTok, a few on Etsy. And then I'm trying to see if I could find it on AliExpress, but I can't find anything. So let's come up here and type in AliExpress. And I still can't seem to find it. So it looks like this might be one of those products. Oh, never mind. All right, so I found a smart lock on AliExpress. It's not the exact same one, but it's very similar. So we can go ahead and click on visit, and then it takes us to the product page on AliExpress. Now, unfortunately, this one doesn't seem to be working anymore. It looks like it was taken down. Let's see if we can find another one. Okay, so I did find this one. This one's pretty expensive. It's going for $425. But if we keep looking through the different options that we found, we can definitely find some that are cheaper. Or we can simply just scroll down and we can look for the related items. And right here, we have one for $54. There's also a few other variations and a few other options that we can choose from. And as you can see, using Google Lens for videos and images is very efficient, very fast, and quite frankly, it really takes the guesswork out of having to look for or backtrace anything yourself manually. Okay, so now if we do want to import this product to our store, you already saw how we can do it from within the system, but let me show you how we can do it manually or using any external links like this one from AliExpress, maybe one from Home Depot, DHgate, Etsy, or whatever it is, or whatever other supplier you want to source from. So let's go back to AutoDS. Let's click on Add Products. Let's go to Single Product. And then we can type in here our link, and then we can simply just click on Edit Now. What this is going to do is it's going to add it to our draft section, which you saw earlier, and it's going to take us directly to the editing page so we can optimize our listing. But we don't have to do this now. We can get back to it later, and then we can import the product then. All right, so now let's go on to creating our own custom product images that nobody else has that are completely unique to your store. So first, we're going to go to our product page on AutoDS. Now from here, we're simply going to go ahead and click on to the images tab, and we're going to look for a clear image of the bubble blower. So I actually like this one over here. I think that looks pretty good. So let's go ahead and download the image. Now let's go ahead and run over to ChatGPT. Just so you know, I do have the professional plan, but you can use the free plan to generate images. You're just going to be limited to, for one, slower image generation, and two, I think you have a limit of maybe 5 to 10 images, something like that. Don't quote me. All right, so for this, I asked it something simple. I said, hey, chat, can you please generate an image of kids playing outside with this bubble machine blowing bubbles everywhere? So now let's just go ahead and upload the image. And now we can just go ahead and give it a minute or two so it can generate the image. All right, so this is what it came up with. And it actually gave us 2 different bubble makers. So I'm just telling it to remove one bubble maker and have the kids playing in a backyard. That's the good thing about ChatGPT and its image creation. If you see something you don't like, you can ask it to tweak it in a certain way, and it'll do it and give you essentially the same exact image right back with those tweaks. Whenever it gives you 2 different responses, I've said this before in a few previous videos, but all it does is it just gives you 2 different options and you choose which one is best for you. It just helps it learn better. All right, so I finished the image generation. And as you can see in both of them, it kind of tweaked up a little bit where the bubbles come out on. So I'm going to go with the left side because it just looks a lot better and a lot closer to the original image. So let's just go ahead and choose I prefer this response. And now we have our very first product image. Let's go ahead and save this. Now for this, you can go ahead and create tons of other ones. So that way you can have multiple unique product images, maybe in a few different settings, right? You can have some with some kids playing in the backyard, some kids playing in the front yard, in a park, in a beach, things like that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to use Sora to make it animated. Now, Sora is a video image generation service from ChatGPT, but for this, you do need the Pro plan. So this is optional, but there are a lot of other apps out there that you can use. I just really like this one because it's worked pretty well so far. It does have its quirks. I'll show you in a second. But just so you know, there are 2 different options or payment plans for ChatGPT. The one that I'm using is the bare basics one. It's only $20 a month and it gets the job done. But then you also have the more enterprise one, which is like $200 a month, which we don't need that right now. For this, what I'm going to do is I'm not even going to give it a description. I'm just going to upload the image and I'm going to let it do what it does. I'm going to make sure that I include the bubble maker here. So now we have a few different options. We have our aspect ratio 9:16, which 9:16 is essentially the size of your phone screen. So that's what we're going to go with. And then 10-second videos. So that way we can clip out whatever is best, and 2 different variations. So let's go ahead and create the video. While this is generating, I do want to talk to you about another thing that is crucial when it comes to your dropshipping business, and that's customer service. Now, customer service is important whether it be before or after a sale. And I know when things start to get busy, replying back to customers, especially mad customers, it can get pretty tedious and get pretty annoying. Another option for you is to actually use AI chatbots. Chatbots that you train based on things like, let's say, your frequently asked questions, or things that people typically ask you, like how long is your shipping time? Where's my order? Where do your products ship from? Things like that. And you can essentially train your chatbot to reply back to your customers based on these questions that you get. Now, it looks like this isn't necessarily working for us because apparently, I guess since it has kids in it, Sora is not liking that. So it says that it goes against their policies. So let's just try something else really fast. All right, so now I'm switching it up a little bit, and I'm just simply telling ChatGPT to do the same thing, except with a dog trying to catch the bubbles. All right, so this is what it came up with, and it looks pretty good. Let's see what Sora will come up with this one. All right, so this is what Sora came up with after, I want to say maybe 2 or 3 minutes. It really didn't take that long. So I'm kind of nervous because sometimes it doesn't do a very good job, but other times it just blows my mind away. So let's check out the first version over here. All right, so it shows the dog just jumping through everything, and it just does not look very natural. But what we can do is we can actually download this clip, and we can just make it look natural ourselves, right? So all you have to do is go ahead and download it, and then right there, boom, just that part where he fell down, those 2 seconds, that's all we need. And then we can go ahead and clip that with another video. That's why I like doing the 10 seconds, because again, not all of it is going to look natural. So it's good to have that long length, so that way you can clip it up into different sections. But let's take a look at the other one really fast. And this one definitely is not it. But right here, actually, you know what? This right here might actually work. All we have to do is just slow down the video a little bit, and just right here, right there. Right there. So here what we can do is we can simply just download it, slow it down a little bit using an app like CapCut, and just clip it to those few seconds. So that way it just looks like a montage of different clips. Bubbles, they're unpredictable. They sometimes fuse, they pop, so that's not a big deal. The dog is what we're really focusing on, and as you can see, he's kind of chilling right now. So I think that would be okay. This first part though, actually, you know what? Right here. When he jumps to eat it and then hits the floor. That's another clip right there. So as you see, Sora, it works, but you need to play around with it. You need to mess around with it, and you need to do a little bit of editing. But at the end of the day, it's completely original content that you can use. And I've actually made quite a few different videos where I do take, let's say, the intro or just the first 2 seconds of a certain clip of an influencer or I guess an AI influencer doing something, maybe just showing a shirt or something, just moving a little bit side to side, and that's it. So I actually just started a new TikTok account for a brand new brand that I'm starting. And this is one of the videos that I came up with. So what I did is I sampled a few different music videos later on, and I included it with the intro of something that I generated using Sora and ChatGPT. Check it out. All right, so now that that's done, let's go ahead and see what our website actually looks like. So this is the site that we just created, and here we can see the 2 banners that we chose. The entire website actually looks really nice. It looks very modern. It looks very clean. And overall, it all fits with the niche. We can see that there's a little video on here, some customer testimonials, a contact us form, a little bit about us, and some quick links. Now, if we run over to our catalog up here, we can see the different products that are already included in our store. These are all of the ones that I told you are going to be included and preloaded. These are all handpicked products that, again, are proven to be trending. So here's a bubble machine. If we keep scrolling, we have a couple more products than our About Us section, and that's pretty much it. As you can see, it looks really good. So let's check out the product page. And this is the one that I created for us. So this is our automatic bubble blower. As you can see, it already comes with a few bundle deals, which is absolutely amazing. That's great right there, just in case people want to purchase multiples. Then we have the product features. I love the fact that It's in a little drop-down box. And then why you'll love it, how to use it, and the product features. A bit more information on the bottom. And that's pretty much all there is to it. As you can see, dropshipping with AI is changing so much. AI is revolutionizing the entire industry. It's crazy how easy it's making really to get started and to succeed. The only thing that you need to do is be patient and keep grinding, because not every single product you choose is going to be a winner. So just keep testing, and trust me, using AI, it makes testing so much quicker and so much easier. Before doing all of this, it would have literally taken us 2-3 weeks. Now we got it done in less than 15 minutes. So that's really all there is to it. This is exactly how you can get started dropshipping using AI. Brand new technologies, super easy to do, and best of all, super quick to get started. So what do you think about implementing AI into your dropshipping business? Is this something that you want to do? Is this something that you want to try? Are you just getting started, or do you want to test out the waters in a few different niches? Let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear your thoughts on this. And remember, you can get started right now with AutoDS for just $1 for the next 2 weeks, and also gain access to the trial through Shopify. Huge thank you to everyone for watching, especially if you made it all the way to the end. My name is Mario with AutoDS. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe. With that, I'll catch you guys next time.